Hey guys, I'm back with Military Monday. I'm doing another book review just because I think military spouses, there are a lot of good informative books out there, and I did a couple I wouldn't really call them fun reads, but I did some non-informative reads. So I'm going to do an informative book now that I bought when my husband deployed the first time, and it was really helpful to me to learn about some things and ways to help communicate and stuff. So it's called When Duty Calls, and it is by Carol Vendestigue. I don't know how to say that, so I'm gonna do that. There you go. That's who it's by. I'll try to put the name or something down below. But this is a really good book. It covers preparing for the deployment. Let's see if I can just look at the index. Whew, wow. Preparing for family separation, and it's got a bunch of different, sub-chapters, and then it's got deployment, and that's long. And then it's got reunion, and then it's got the total force. But yeah, this has got like information in the back, like websites to call, people you can call, it's got like some good books for like kindergartners about deployment. It's got all this good information in the back and throughout. So it's a really good book to pick up if your husband's going to be deploying. It could also work for like a TDY or something, a temporary duty assignment. If he's going to like another base to work for 6 or 7 months. It's not really a deployment, but you still could, some of the stuff in here would still work. But I just loved this book. I mean, I read it a bunch of times, especially the communication section in here. So I could kind of figure out some better ways to communicate with my husband and how to help the kids communicate with him while he was gone. And because it's hard. I mean, having a phone conversation and just chatting on email is difficult when they're not, physically there. And it's hard for my kids because back when he first deployed, my daughter was really young, and she didn't quite understand the whole phone thing. So yeah, this is a great book for helping you with, separations and things you need to plan for and what needs to get done before your soldier leaves. So I mean, there's not too much to say about here, but I mean, it's got a list in the back of all like the acronyms, so like you can look up, something you need, like DEERS. It's Defense Enrollment Eligibility Reporting System. That's what your family members are enrolled in. We're enrolled in DEERS. Me and my two kids, we're all in DEERS. So that way, like if your husband or somebody says, or your husband like emails you and says, you need to go do with something with our BAH. That's basic allowance for housing. So you can look it up back here if you're a new military wife and you don't know. Or they have resources just in the back, and it's really great to have. It's a book that I think you will keep throughout your whole, military family career, because you can always look up the resources. There's just tons of resources. It says resources to help prepare for a separation. There's resources for the spouse at home. There's like a ton. There's resources for the family. It's a really good informative book. I picked this up at my local PX, and it says it's $15, but your PX you're going to get, a little bit cheaper than that. But you could always check out Goodwill, because a lot of people, when they, retire from the military, they donate these books to Goodwill. So, or your local Fort Hood, or your local Post thrift store. It would be a good place to check out for these kind of books. But I really, really love this book. I recommend this book to anyone who's going to be going through a deployment. Even like when your husband gets stationed in like Korea or something and you're not going with them. This is a good book for that. It's not deployment, but it's still a good book for the resources and stuff. So I really, really I really, really recommend. Can I say really anymore? This is just a really good, say it again, this is just a wonderful book to help you prepare for, a deployment in any branch. The Army, the Navy, the Coast Guard, the Air Force, or the Marine Corps. any branch is covered in here, not just Army. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Military Monday. Excuse me. Hope you guys enjoyed this Military Monday, and I will see you next with a Whatever Wednesday, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye.